Jersey has some old courses. Let's start off with the 1925 courses. We missed a few, but let's at least get into number
The course
8.
was built in 1924. Looking at some of the original clubhouses behind us. It's also the only course where the Harlem Globetrotters were allowed to play. Top Advisory has considered this a top 25 short course, naming it 25th. You can see right up here. And the history behind this course, well, it used to be an old farm. And the old farmhouse used to sit right here with a center warning shot. I ain't chancing it. The course does have an independent driving range that's free and a chipping area that you can go out and get here about 30 minutes in advance.
It leaves us with 7 more older courses that you can play in the state of New Jersey. There's another one here built in 1925. There's a few other courses built in 1925 in the northern part of the state that we haven't played yet, but we will. But until then, let's take a look at Rock Springs. I love this course.
Here at Rock Springs Golf Course, the top public course in the state. Well, it's located about 15 minutes outside of Manhattan in West Orange. There you go. Get that on camera. He said you gotta put it right there, huh? That's where you want it. Where'd it go? There's water down. Is it really? How about that? You would defend. And a top public golf course for the last 5 years almost, since 2019 when it became public. It was a private course for all this time.
You got robbed.
I thought I pulled up from here. The course opened its doors in 1925, built and designed by golf architect Seth Raynor. He's built a lot of famous courses. His name's not as popular as Robert Trent Jones, but it's a great public course that was private for almost eternity.
Well, it's gonna be a while before I get over there.
It's the type of course that really does take pride in its history. Is it in that shit up there?
Dangerous type of golf course, but it's a good one. But it still leaves us with a 1922 built course that is Shark River Golf Course. Let's zoom on in to this Jersey Shore gem. It's got a lot of rich history being built in 1922.
And just in time for Shark Week, we're here at Shark River. Maybe 5-10 minutes outside the historical Shark Attack.
At Spring Lake, an employee of the Essex and Sussex Hotel was attacked by a shark. He died right there in the surf. 6 days later, and 10 miles inland, an 11-year-old boy was swimming with his friends when a shark fin broke the water surface, grabbing him and pulling him under.
The actual same place, the 1916 shark attack that started the movie and the whole craze with shark attacks happened.
I like this one. I thought that this was a great golf course to get the list in the right direction, but it still leaves us with a 1920s course that has a lot of rich history and difference. United States, which is unbelievable, and we were so grateful to get out there and play this course, to check out the actual physical clubhouse there, which you're looking at. It's not the clubhouse that you would check into, but the clubhouse does sit there. The one is registered as a historical landmark as of July 6, 2022. The golf history runs deep here, and as we checked in, we weren't sure if we would get a tee time or not, but got paired up with some awesome folks, able to slap it around 9 holes and get as much good footage as we can. But more importantly, we're going to talk about the history of the course, like how it was formed. The Progressive Realtor Corporation, which was formed by African-American residents and investors. Short later, the area, the property was leased and opened. That's going to crack us into 4 more courses here. In 1919, there was a wonderful course built on the west part of the state. So let's zoom on in, and it's still there. Layout has changed, but we have a video dedicated to it.
Take a look here at Rock Ridge Golf Course, built in 1919. At one point, this course was considered a 1-star, but not anymore. It's a premier destination for historical golf. What's going on over here? Originally one of the first golf courses designed in New Jersey, built by Herbert Strong in 1919 to 1921. The course officially opened for play in 1921 when 9 holes was completed and they had a tournament. One of the few courses I've been to where there's 4 different name changes. The original name of the 9-hole golf course that used to sit here, Mosho Nikon, that was the 9-hole private golf course, which was then changed to a public golf course called Hidden Hills in the 60s. This was a happening spot in the 80s and 90s, with the nightclub being right off the main road. And we did see another name change, a 3rd name change total, to Minebrook. And that's when I want to say things started to maybe fall downhill. It was sold, changed to the original owners.
I was grateful enough to have worked at our next golf course when I was in college, the famous Seaview Country Club, the Bay Course. I actually like the Pines course better, but the Bay Course has more history, and that's why we're sliding on over to Seaview, built in 1914 for this old course you can play.
Cool golf course, Seaview Resort, the Bay Course. And on the top left-hand corner will be the scorecard and also an indication of what hole you're looking at. The Bay Course opened in 1914 and was designed by Hugh Wilson and Donald Ross. The beautiful golf course hosts the LPGA yearly, the ShopRite LPGA, and hosted the 1942 PGA Championship.
A lot of great history at that facility, but there's still 2 more courses that are older that are in the state that are public. There's a lot of old private courses, but rest assured we can't get onto those ones. So let's take a look now at our next course, built in 1913, the oldest public course.
Built in 1913 by George Lowe, and it's the oldest public golf course in New Jersey. And the course is putting $5 million into it, actually starting tomorrow when it will be down for 8 months. So let's take a look here at the famous Weequahic Golf Course.
Exciting to finally get over here in Newark and play this historical course that has some value, at least to this channel, because it's going to be closed for 8 months. You get to see the before, and then hopefully we'll get over there and see some of the updates to the greens and the redesign that took place that we're going to talk about in this video.
Comes from the Native American name Head of the Grove. 2016, the Golf Channel considered this a hidden gem. Have a lot of history, being a public course forever.
Now they did make some major updates to the clubhouse. This is prior to the changes that we're going to see. But you can see they're highlighting some of the history of the golf that took place here, and some of the reminiscence that is still there. You got the old cemetery, you got the baseball fields, you got pretty much big build. I love the history behind that course, being the oldest public golf course that has remained a public golf course in the state of New Jersey. The next one, it was a private course at one point, but it's still old. Built in 1898, it is now a public course open for anyone. And what's going on here at Lakewood Golf Club? And at the end of the footage, at the end of this video, we hit someone, and that's a big deal on this channel. We never hit anyone before, and we clocked. Thank God we didn't hit the person, but we hit their cart, and no damage was done there at Lakewood, but it was a scary one. We checked in. Inside they had some sort of shipping container. You could buy some drinks and entrees. It's not the clubhouse. They had the clubhouse. We just showed that. Number 1 starts off, I believe, a par 4. You got another, I think that's number 18 on the left-hand side. So the layout of this course is interesting, and we actually had to reach out to the golf club just to confirm some things. We're going to show some of that footage at the end.
So far, the first 5 holes of this golf course have been pretty rewarding if you can hit a decent drive, and that's what happens with these courses that are over 100 years old, built in 1896, or we'll double check that. But you can see right off the bat they got a little challenging fairway bunkers as we get closer to the green. You know, it's hard to say if I really like the golf course. but you can tell it's got a lot of historical feel to it.
Officially completed in 1898. Gonna do it for our list. Keep a lookout for more videos to come as we consistently bring you the best golf content money can buy. This is the Parfessor.